All right, guys, time for another update on Baloo. I feel like I've actually gotten quite a bit done. So beginning of the summer, engine transmission came out, front end came off, did some repainting of the firewall, and now I have the front air suspension done. So here's what all I've done. I made my bag cups. So I'm doing about a 2.5-inch cup up here, bolts in at the top. I decided to just weld them out to the control arm. Control arms are cheap enough. If I ever decide to go back to stock, it would not be that big a deal. Had to cut these holes out pretty far, a lot farther than I would have liked, but clears everything, nothing rubs. I decided to put some just rubber hose on there just to be on the safe side. The shocks, I'm pretty happy with how they work out. I've got plenty of suspension travel, plenty of steering travel. In fact, actually, I've kept about almost 100% of my steering. I lose just a little bit on this side, but honestly, I could force it if I wanted to. The tire just rubs up against the shock. Unfortunately, I had to ditch the sway bar in order to do that. But I don't really mind that so much. I did try putting the shocks here on the back side. I can still see where I hadn't painted over that yet. It interfered with the steering way too much. So I felt like that was too dangerous. This way I get 100% of my steering pretty much at any ride height. So I'm gonna keep these videos pretty short, at least for YouTube, because you guys have the attentions of gnats and light bulbs that burned out. So next video is hopefully gonna be engine in and transmission in. I did talk to the engine guy today. He said engine should be wrapped up this week. Transmission, hopefully too. So next video, engine, transmission in. Front bags are done. Rear bags will be probably the third video. I don't know. Rear bags may take a couple of videos just because that's going to be way more involved. And I know what everybody's waiting for. You want to see this thing drop down. Actually, I ran these lines a lot nicer than this. They actually run through the frame, but for right now, this will work for a quick little video. So she's gonna be pretty low. I did order drop spindles. I decided I wanted to go ahead and do drop spindles up front. In fact, I'm only about 2 inches off the ground, which isn't bad. Like, that's actually would be a lot safer because it may be dragging the oil pan, but I want this thing to hit the ground if I'm gonna do this. So again, next video, engine, transmission in. Next video after that, probably the rear suspension. If you want more frequent updates and more detailed updates, be sure to check out my Instagram page. It's either at Enraged Talk or at The Enraged Talk. I go back and forth. I forget which one's which. Also on TikTok. So, you know, I take the talk. At least I'm trying to.